Guys, Robert here from Absolute Body Systems. Today's message is all about energy. So here's what I want you to think about. Do you have a car? Do you drive? Have you been in a car? Have you seen a fuel tank in a car? Have you seen a fuel gauge in a car? I want you to think of this fuel gauge in a car, yes? So you have the bottom and you have the top. So when it's empty, when you run out of fuel, you basically just stop and you have to walk your ass to the garage and get more fuel. If it's there's too much, then obviously it just comes pouring back out the spout, yeah? So you have too much fuel in it. Now, you have an energy tank within your body, which is the same thing. And what happens is, if you imagine you've got this fuel tank, this is all dependent on who you hang around with, circumstances you put yourself in, and situations you put yourself in or find yourself in. We only have so much energy in a day, guys, and it's important that you spend it wisely. If I gave you a pocket full of £10 notes just now, would you just willy-nilly go give those £10 notes to everybody? There's a good chance you won't. You would probably end up wanting to spend them or invest them or whatever it may be. You wouldn't just hand them out willy-nilly, so why do it with your energy? There's a lot of people in everyday life. There's some really nice people out there, but there's also a lot of people that want to drag you down. There's a lot of negative people out there who are struggling with things and situations, and they want to blame everybody in the economy and the environment and people and everything round about them for their given situation, where in actual fact is the only thing they can change is themselves. So here's what I'm challenging you to do. If you're hanging about with negative people, negative influences and negative situations, this can be from your job to your friends to your family to absolutely anything. If you're hanging about in a negative environment, then what happens is the fuel tank becomes depleted. So here's your fuel tank again, right? And it becomes depleted. And when it becomes empty, you don't just run out. As humans, we have this survival mechanism. And what happens is we go into anxiety, depression mode, frustration, sadness, anger, all these negative emotions that make us feel shit about ourselves in everyday life. And this is how it happens when you hang about in a negative situation, in a negative environment. Have you ever noticed that when you exercise, how you, runners will be able to relate to this, it's called a runner's high. When you've done a high impact cardio exercise class and you feel knackered at the time, but afterwards you're on a high because dopamine levels and serotonin levels in your brain are like mega high, and you have this feel good factor afterwards. That's because you've been in a positive environment. If you've ever spent time with somebody who's just a ball of energy or a really positive and happy person, and you'll notice how you feed off their energy. The energy pathways are an amazing thing, and how you can feed off each other's energy. What about if you hang out with somebody who's negative, or you put yourself in a negative situation? It does the opposite, right? So, guys, what I'm basically saying is you only have so much energy in a day. My challenge to you is this. If you only have so much energy in a day, and again, related to that pocket full of £10 notes, who are you going to give these £10 notes to? Who are you going to give this energy to every single day? You need to be careful who you give it to, because lots of people want to steal your energy and take it for themselves. It's up to you who you give your energy to each and every single day. Choose those people and those situations wisely. Robert from Absolute Body Systems. Bye.